100 XP for joining the stream. Drop a like if you know what I mean. I hope you guys have had a good day. I just got out of work and I'm headed home, and just as promised, we are going to do live streams more often, especially IRL streams. This morning we did an IRL stream on the way to work, and it was awesome. It was very therapeutic, honestly, just to chat with you guys, hang out with you guys on my way to work. And I figured, why not do one on the way back? We are going to be live tonight, 8:30, maybe 8:45. I'll update you guys, but 8:30 p.m. we're going to be going live, playing some Marvel Rivals tonight. Hopefully we'll rank up. But like I said, just figured I would hang out with you guys on the way home. We got about like 30 minutes, so that's about 30 minutes worth of a live stream where I can hang out with you guys. Like I said, I hope you guys are doing all right. Man, dude, this morning, I'll be honest with you guys, I was in such a way, man. I was in such a way this morning. Let me see how dark it is if I turn. It's too dark. That's a little bit creepy. I was in such a way this morning, man, where I was just feeling so discouraged, right? Like, I was feeling discouraged. I was feeling the weights of the world a little bit on my shoulders, and feeling like I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to go to do anything. I didn't even want to get out of bed this morning. But I'll be so honest, man. It was the live stream that really kicked me into gear and made me feel better and made me feel ready for the day. Because I feel like when I live stream to you guys, I'm holding myself accountable to express myself. And sometimes when I feel like, in a way, like if I'm feeling depressed or something like that, I don't want to express myself. I just want to stay quiet and just kind of stay like in my head. And these live streams have really become a form of therapy for me, to just be able to be like real and just kind of talk and express myself. Even if there's just one viewer, even if there's no viewers, it gives me a chance to really get out of my own head. So that's what we're going to try to start doing from now on, just getting out of our heads and talking and being real. It's a little dark outside, so I do have the little light up just so I'm not like creeping in the darkness while I'm talking to you. But it feels good to be off from work. It was a long day, but I'm very thankful. I'm thankful for the people that I work with, because every once in a while, like, we have to do some BS, but I have some really great people that work with me that are willing to take on projects and help me. And I was very, very stressed earlier today, but I left today feeling a million times better. I just feel a lot lighter. I feel a lot less stressed than I was this morning. Because this morning, dude, I was, and some of you were there for the live stream this morning, where I was just like, I was just depressed, man. I woke up and I just was not feeling life today. But that's the beautiful thing, man. It's like, I feel like the more that we express ourselves and the more that we give ourselves permission to be honest about how we feel, the less burdened we actually feel. And I feel like that was my problem this morning, is I wasn't really, I'm so used to just waking up in that attitude and just like feeling like, oh, you know, this day's gonna be awful or whatever. But it was like kind of halfway through the day where I was doing this project and I was feeling like really kind of like irritated by it. And one of my coworkers was like, I was like, what are you doing? And they're like, I'm helping you. And I just kind of like took a second in my brain. I was like, oh yeah, I can ask for help. I forgot about that. And there's sometimes when I think in life, when we're doing something, or we're just doing life, we're waking up, we're going to work, and we forget that we can ask for help. And for me, that happens so much, man. Like, I'll just be going through life, and in my head, I'm like, yeah, I'm going it alone. Like, I'm doing it. I got it. But the importance and the necessity to just ask for help is so real. Like, even if you've been to therapy, even if you've gone through the process of healing and stuff like that, we all need help sometimes. You know, even your boy Moonkid needs help, man. Because sometimes, as much as I want to be able to, I can't do it alone. None of us. I'll quote Moon Knight when he says, "These days, none of us can go it alone." And I'm just grateful to have the team that I have at my job. I'm grateful to have a job. There's some people who don't have jobs. They're jobless. Some people are homeless. Some people are foodless. Is foodless a word? Some people don't have food, right? And I am none of those people. I have food. I have a job. I have a roof over my head. I have a lovely, amazing wifey that loves me and puts up with me every day. So I kind of went from feeling very depressed this morning to just feeling grateful as I stepped out of work. So I just wanted to be able to hop on live as I'm on my way home and just say what's up, give you guys an update. Like I said, we are going live gaming tonight. We are going to be doing some, sorry, I'm just trying not to crash. We're going to be doing some Marvel Rivals later, doing some ranks, which will be very fun. I had a lot of fun last night. I know that a lot of times I can play and I'll get super tilted, but it's actually just fun to like just hang out and just play and have fun with the game instead of being so serious about it, which I can definitely be guilty of. But I hope you guys are having a good day, man. Whoever's joining, I hope you guys are doing all right. But if you're not, that's all right. That is the thing of this channel, that if you are not all right, you can at least feel safe to be here. I'm definitely going to be doing these more, man, because like I said, it's like it keeps me accountable to just express my thoughts, which it sounds kind of silly, but sometimes I literally get so in my head that I'll kind of just become an amalgamation of anxiety and depression in my head. And it's not until I like force myself to like express my thoughts that I actually realize what I'm feeling. I guess you could say I'm like an external processor. Excuse me. Like a lot of the things that I process or come to realize, I only realize them if I'm saying it out loud. Because there's so many different like thoughts that occur rapidly through my head. Like for years I've dealt with racing thoughts. And it's been difficult because there's times when I don't even realize that my thoughts are racing. It's just, to me, that's how it is in here. It's like, oh yeah, like this is just how the head is. But it's like sometimes I have to stop and realize like, oh yeah, this isn't like always normal. Like it's not always normal to have like racing thoughts and stuff like that. Sometimes we have to pause and be like, oh, I'm stressed out. Which like for the last, I would say like the last 2 weeks, I was pretty stressed out, and I don't want to be like, oh, boo-hoo me, like, oh my God, my life is so hard. It's more like, I was really doing it to myself. Like I was really getting to myself with my own thoughts and being like, oh, you're not good enough, you're this and that, you're not doing enough, blah, blah, blah. But when I really take the step back to observe myself, and I take the step back to realize what I am doing, it's like, it's not all too bad. Like, I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but there's so many times where if I'm relaxed, I like feel anxious about doing that. Like I'll be like, oh my God, I'm relaxing, I'm so lazy, I gotta get up and I gotta go do something. It just comes from the way I was raised. You know, it's like you always got to be doing something or you're worthless. So I've had to unlearn that over the past couple of years. But even still now in my elder years, it's hard to just rest and chill. It's hard to pause and really just relax. Like it's something that I'm learning how to do still, which might sound kind of silly, but it is hard. And now it's something that this past 2 weeks, I was realizing, I was like, maybe I'm not doing as much with like YouTube per se, where I kind of took a break for a while. I was like, but I am like getting my house in order, and I'm like, working on my relationship, and I'm like learning a new job. Like I'm doing a lot, you know, and maybe it's not seen, like it's not like broadcasted for the world to say like, hey, look at this guy doing so great, but it is for me, right, to be able to look at myself and be like, oh wow, like I'm doing a lot. And I think like in today's day and age, it's so easy to, like, if we're not broadcasting it, it's hard for us to feel like it's being done. like if other people aren't seeing it, it's like we feel like, oh, it technically wasn't accomplished. And that's hard for me because I make content. So for me, progress is often in the form of making content that I'm proud of or making content that's fun. And I just have to sometimes get back to the content of my life and realize like that's enough. That's more than enough. But I did think like, you know, doing lives like this would be really fun to just like take a break from the regular kind of stuff we do and just like talk back and forth. Even if you guys just kind of chill and just take it in, or if you like have questions in the chat, obviously, or just want to like give your own thoughts, like that's perfectly fine. But I just figured it would be good to create this space, if not for you guys, definitely for myself, you know, just to be able to say like, these are my thoughts, you know, just taking a drive. I am currently on my way home, so it's not going to be like too long of a live when we do this. It's always going to be like 20-30 minutes when we do it. But I feel like that's if I'm gonna yap, that's probably the correct amount of time to do it for, is like just about 20-30 minutes. Like I don't think you want an hour yap session. That might be too long. But no, like I said, this morning I was feeling, I don't even want to say like I was depressed. Like it might have been depression, but it was really just like a heaviness. Like there's some days where I wake up and I'm like, I am not ready to take on the responsibility of the day, but I have to. And that was kind of how I was feeling this morning. It was like, God, I do not want to be responsible today. I just want to be reckless, and I want to be lazy, and I want to be in bed. And it was just fighting that. Like that's really what it was. So, but there's such a difference now, you know, after I did like push myself, I got out of bed, I went to work, I got some things done. I didn't do like everything today, but I got enough done. Like I tried my best today is really the best way I can say it. And I'm good with that, you know, and the rest I can trust someone else to help me with, and that's what's good about where I'm at right now. But I don't know, man, just very thankful and looking forward to streaming tonight with you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna try not to get too tilted when I play Marvel Rivals, because I can definitely be a little bit competitive, and when I lose, I get angry. But I'm gonna try my best to just enjoy myself tonight, just enjoy games. And I'll be honest, I am totally addicted to Marvel Rivals. Like the fact that I can play Moon Knight is way too fun. So I'm gonna try at some point to maybe play something else, like other than the one game. But we'll see. I might just be too locked in with that game to really do anything else. But we will see. Also, I don't know if you guys have actually been hearing me this whole time. It's very possible that I've been streaming for 13 minutes with no audio. It's very possible, but we will see. If that's the case, oh well. Oh well. But no, I'm very grateful for you guys. I'm grateful to anybody who ever hops in here and listens to me yap or hangs out, even if it's one of you guys or two of you guys, even if it's none of you guys. Like, I'm just grateful to have a platform where I can speak to people and they'll listen and I can just create. Like, I was talking with a coworker of mine today about that, like just right before I left. We were talking about how creating is so important for who we are, like underneath all of this, you know, creating is like how we can escape the constant necessity to be like in line with life, you know, we can kind of like draw outside the lines a little bit and create something that makes our souls feel happy. Because like, even if you make a bunch of money and you like have all this stuff, it's like never gonna be enough for your soul. Like, having things doesn't really do anything for you as much as creating something will. And it doesn't have to be like this like beautiful symphony. It doesn't have to be this like you know, Leonardo da Vinci masterpiece. It just has to be something that you have put effort into, that you feel proud to make and proud to have made. And when you do that, it gives you this joy, this indescribable joy that you can't really find through other things, and can't really be manufactured through other things. And that's why creating is so important, man. Even if you're not sharing it with others, as long as you're sharing it with yourself, like, that is the most important thing, man. Because when you create something, you're putting in effort to artistically you're putting your imagination into reality. And that's a beautiful, beautiful act, dude. Like, and there's not a lot of spaces in our life where we allow ourselves to be beautiful, right? We kind of force ourselves to be uniform to the way that the world is, or we force ourselves into these bubbles so that other people will like us, or we force ourselves to be this personality that we think will be accepted. But if we can create something that truly comes from our soul and just be proud of that, dude, it is like, the satisfaction you get from that is amazing. It's truly amazing. Here we go. Sorry, I'm just fixing something. But yeah, man, create as much as you can. Even if nobody watches it, create as much as you can. Enjoy it as much as you can. And if there's any advice you ever take from me, I would say don't put any pressure on yourself to be like the best at anything. Obviously, like, if that's your thing, you want to be the best at something, do that. But if like trying to be the best at something is killing you internally and you see evidence of that, stop it. Just stop doing it for a little while, take a break, and maybe come back to it. Because sometimes because we're so seen and viewed by the world with technology today, we want so badly to be the best before we even get out there. And that can kind of become toxic, right? When we're like, it has to be perfect. It has to be. And like, there's nothing wrong with wanting excellence or striving for excellence. That's not what I'm saying. It's just that when it becomes obsessive and it starts to like stunt action, when it starts to like rescind the action of actually creating and doing and like enjoying yourself, like, that's when you got to pump the brakes on quote unquote excellency, because you're stopping yourself from the very thing that can actually lead you to excellence, which is doing something at all. And sometimes we do something, it's shitty, it sucks, and then we look back at it and we're like, you know, I'm glad I did that, but I'm not going to do it that way again. And if we just have the humility to say, it wasn't the best, but I'll try again, then we start to form the discipline to make it better, you know? And that's just really how, you can really apply that to like anything. Like, doing it, having the humility to do it, and then understanding that as you do it, you're gonna learn how to do it better, even if it's not the best when you first initially do it. I just really feel as though there's so many people, and you could even be watching this right now and be the kind of person that's like, if I'm not the best, or if I'm not the most excellent at what I do, I'll never be loved, or I'll never be accepted. And we've tricked ourselves so often into the idea that we are loved for what we do and not who we are. And listen, if someone is only loving you for what you do and not who you are, it's not love. It's a conditional, transactional relationship. So you have to learn how to love yourself, not for what you do, but who you are. And the more that you love who you are, what you do will become more natural and will become easier and will become like muscle memory, if you will. Because if you're telling yourself, not until I do this will I love myself or will people love me, you're thinking of it backwards. You have to love who you are and say, you know, I'm going to do this because it makes me happy. I'm going to do this because it gives me joy. And then as you do it, you say, you know what? It would make me happy if I adjusted this a little bit. It would make me happy if I did this with a little bit more efficiency. Not like people would like me more if I did this. Oh, more people would watch if I did this. Like, don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. Do it because you love it and because getting better at it helps you, not other people. Because if we're constantly at the mercy of other people approving of us, that is a very thin line to hang your life on. Because people can change their fucking mind. Like, dude, people loved Jesus when he was walking around, and all of a sudden they snap a finger and they're like, yo, we should kill this guy. Like, you could be perfect, you could be God, and then people would still snap their finger and all of a sudden they don't fuck with you anymore. You have to be able to love you and do it for you first, so that if and when people just decide they don't want you anymore, you can still have the joy and the affirmation from yourself to be able to continue on without like falling apart. Like I said, if we're constantly at the mercy of other people approving of us, we are fucked. People change their mind. People like, I hope you know what I'm saying here. Like, I'm not trying to harp on this too much, but I feel like someone watching this even is like, you struggle with this. So I just want to get through to you. Like, real love doesn't love you for what you do. It loves you for who you are. Like, if I came home today to my beautiful wifey and I was like, hey, I got fired, she wouldn't love me she doesn't love me for the fact that I have a job that pays the bills. Yes, she loves that I can do that, but she loves me for who I am, right? Like, if I go home and I'm like, hey, I got fired, she's not gonna be like, well, I guess I'll see you around. Like, you're not doing what I love anymore. Like, that's not how it is. So when we create, we have to learn how to create something out of what gives us joy, not about what's going to give us attention. Because attention, listen, I know it seems cool when you see people that have like millions of views, and you see people, what up, Bomb? Good to see you, man. The moon haunts you. Good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing all right, man. If you're not, that's all right. I was just kind of, I'm doing my drive home, just kind of talking about creating and loving yourself and what that really looks like. And I'm talking about how a lot of times people, they feel like they need to do something, like if they're not useful, that they're not loved. But true love loves you for who you are, not what you do. So that's what I'm talking about. Just so you know, like, what the fuck is bro yapping about? That's what I'm yapping about. The fact that you don't have to be useful to be loved. And if you can learn how to love yourself for who you are, you can start to create out of that instead of trying to create to be seen or to be loved or to have attention. Because attention can be a drug that, given to the wrong person, becomes an addiction that turns into a crippling depression when it's not given. And something that I've learned, especially doing this thing for like a year and a half, which is not that long, but what I've learned is I can't make attention that I receive from like a good video or a good short I can't let attention become the intention for what I do. Because if attention is the intention, then it becomes like a disease. So if my intention is enjoyment and joy and passion, and it makes me happy, then I'll never fail. What's up, Karen? You've been doing really well. Good to hear that, man. About to go eat some... Oh, you about to go eat in a hotel? Dang, son. Dude, they better have mac and cheese, my boy.
If they don't have mac and cheese, we're shutting it down. I will show up right now and I will shut down. I'm sorry, yeah, no, they gotta have mac and cheese, dude. Yo, chat, the other day, I ate mac and cheese. I'm being so serious, and I actually shit my pants. I'm not even kidding, dude. Like, real life story. Like, actually. But anyways, Kieran, good to see you, pal. We're just doing the drive home IRL. We're almost home, so I will have to end it in a little bit. But just a little update for anyone who's in here. We are going to be live streaming tonight at 8:30 EST. So that's in about 2 hours. 2 hours and 15 minutes. Sorry, I don't know how to do math. But that's in about 2 hours. So we will be live. We're going to be obviously playing Marvel Rivals. Because what else am I supposed to play? They have Moon Knight, okay? I'm playing Marvel Rivals. But, no, it was good mac and cheese. I'm just lactose intolerant. And I knew that going in. I was ready. I was with the shits. Pun intended. So no, literally, I ate it, and then I had the tummy grumblies, and I felt the fart coming on, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna let it out. I let the fart out. It was not a fart. It was a sheet. It was a sheet. I sheathed myself. So that was what happened. It was good. It was good. You give me your Yankees hat? You can't give me the Yankees hat. I don't know shit about football. I'm just kidding. I know that's a baseball team. I actually used to have a Yankees hat when I was a kid. That's funny. But, yeah, guys. So, like I said, every day now when I go to work, on the way to work and the way from work, I'm going to hop on IRL stream with you guys. We're going to talk, we're going to chat, we're going to talk about life for like 30 minutes, because it's like 27, 28 minutes for me, like from work to home. So that's what we'll do. We'll chat, we'll talk about life, and then I'll kind of like update you in the IRL stream when we're streaming for games later that day. That's just how we're going to do it. So, and then on days like, I believe tomorrow I'm closing, so I'll try to like wake up, do an IRL stream during breakfast, and then we'll stream games for like 2 hours or so. But we're back on the grind, boys. We're streaming every single day now, whether it be for 2 hours or 30 minutes, doesn't matter. We are streaming every single day, so make sure you hit that bell notification so you always know when your boy Moonkid going live. But we are locked in for the rest of 2025. We are locked in like flocked in. No, wait, what? We are locked. We're locked in, all right? Every single day we're streaming, except Sundays. Sundays is for God. So we're gonna stream we're gonna stream 6 days a week, excluding Sunday. So every single day but Sunday, we are locked in, we are streaming, and then Sundays, me, God, and my wife here hanging out. That's all. I just wanted to reserve one day so that I'm grinding, I'm hustling, but I'm also leaving room for my relationship with God. So, oh, school comes back. Damn, son. It wasn't a fart. It was a shart. No, dude, it was a full-on shit, bro. It was like I really shit my pants. Like no bullshit. Dude, oh my gosh, I'll be honest with you, dude, like where I'm at in my adult life, take school over work any day, dude, because like school was like, hey, I can kind of check out like all day and I'll be fine. Work, dude, like if I check out, I might not be able to pay my bills. Like, you know what I mean? Like school is kind of like, I didn't, oh man, I took that shit for granted, dude. God. Dude, I miss school, dude. Like, and I know it sounds weird, but like, I would take school over full-time jobs any day. Cause dude, if I fucking knew adult life was this shitty, I would have grinded to be a streamer way before this time, dude. Like, Are you kidding me? Like, dude, I didn't have to work at that time. Like, I did have a job when I was 16, but like, come on, dude. Like, God, school is so much better than work, dude. School trumps work by like so much, dude. So much. And like, dude, like my friends were so peak in high school too. Like, my friends were like so funny, dude. I was laughing every day. There's days at work I don't laugh at all. Not once. Not shit is funny at work some days. Everything is fucking not funny some days at work. And I'm like, damn, this shit sucks. But today was a little bit better. Like, I woke up not feeling great. The first half of the day wasn't feeling great, but the last half of the day was peak. Had some great conversations with the coworkers. Feeling a lot better. But I'm about to park. So let me park right quick and make sure I don't run over nobody, because that would not be good. Running people over probably isn't a good idea. Would not recommend. It's a highly dangerous thing to do. But I'm really glad that we're able to start doing this, gamers. Like I said, we're going to start doing this every day just to keep myself accountable, to keep myself honest, and to keep myself motivated to just stay on track with YouTube, to stay on track with you guys. But the wifey isn't feeling so great, so we're going to go inside. We're going to check on her. We're going to spend some time. And then 8:30 EST, we're going to start streaming. At the latest, it'll be 9. The only reason it would be 9 is because the wifey isn't feeling so good. So I would just have to make sure she's good before hopping on. But we are going to stream tonight. All right? Because gamers, I'm telling you. Yo, talking shit 24/7, no Diddy. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. She's going to be okay. God willing. But I love you guys, man. I'm grateful. And we're going to be streaming tonight. So make sure you keep that bell notification on. I will see you bros in 2 hours. Be kind to yourselves. Be excellent to one another. And I'll catch you bros in the next one. Peace out, boys. Oh, where's the... Oh, there it is.